You are listening to 1252 Sports Entertainment. Parental discretion may be advised.
Woo! It's about that time. FatMike, Chicago Sports. Yeah. Woo. Finally here. Shot City Sports is right here. Updates on news, get it here. No rumors, cause we keep it real. FatMike. Woo. Sit back, relax, sugar beer one of them nights.
Hey, this is Carmen DeFalco from ESPN Chicago, and you're listening to the FatMike Sports Show.
Hey, this is Dave Richard from CBS Sports, and you're listening to the FatMike Chicago Sports Show.
Hi, this is Jesse Rogers for the FatMike Chicago Sports Show.
Hey, everyone, I'm Scott Merkin, the longtime White Sox beat writer for MLB.com and proud graduate of the University of Michigan. You're listening to me on the FatMike Chicago Sports Show.
This is Chuck Arfine, and you are listening to the FatMike Chicago Sports Show. It's the best.
Hey, what's up? This is Greg Braggs Jr. from Braggs in the Stands, and you're listening to my guys on the FatMike Chicago Sports Show. Boom!
Hey, everyone, Freddie Huebner from ESPN 1000. Great to be on the FatMike Chicago Sports Show. I'm Dan Zaborski, senior writer for Fangraphs, and you're listening to FatMike Chicago Sports Show.
I'm JJ Stankovitz from NBCSportsChicago.com and the Undercenter podcast, and you're listening to the FatMike Chicago Sports Show.
Hey, Sparkle, you know what I listen to? It's the FatMike Chicago Sports Show with my guy, Fat Mike. If you listen anywhere else, no shock. Listen to Fat Mike. The best.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. I am Fat Mike Chicago. This is 1252 Sports. We are here live at the Whistle Sports Bar 159 Studios here in beautiful downtown Lockport. We're hanging out. We got my guy Matt here. My guy Matt is always here. I love this guy. He is fantastic. He is my right-hand man with everything going on here at 1252. He's the best. But we are here downtown live at the Whistle Sports Bar and Grill 159 Studios in beautiful downtown Lockport. Before we get this thing rolling, I want to give thanks to all of our amazing sponsors, Nick and Ivy Brewing, the Jonathan Darren team, which is awesome, hooking us up with tickets upcoming Sunday to go to the Sox against Detroit. We're going to go to that. It's going to be a fun time. But Jonathan Darren, if you're looking to buy or sell a home, that's the guy you got to talk to. We're looking at Coach's Corner over there out in Orland Park. Coldest beer around, coldest tap beer around. Fozzie Football, which is amazing. It's the best. It's seriously the greatest tailgate game on the planet. The Megaplex Sports Bar and Grill out in Homer Glen as well. They got They got like 15 basketball courts there. You want to go hoop? That's where you go hoop. And you got it's everybody else. I mean, the Cupcakery. You got the Stagecoach and Papa Joe's. All these amazing sponsors. Without all these sponsors, we're not able to do what we do here at 1252. So thank you guys so much for everything. We really do appreciate it. We have a lot to get into. I know a couple of you guys sitting here looking back here at this Sox Modelo sign, not happy. My Sox fans are not happy. My Bears fans aren't happy with what happened last week against Green Bay. I get it. Guys, it's okay. Goose Fraba. I'm ripping that off of Anger Management with Adam Sandler and Jack Nicholson. All right, but Goose Fraba. Not so much for the White Sox fans. White Sox fans, you should probably want to put a bullet in your head. I get it. I understand it 100%. Because believe me, watching that team all year, I said it 2.5 months ago, Matt, you got it on record somewhere. What's the date? What is the date?
That'll be 7/13.
July 13th, guys, July 13th. So over 2 months ago, I said the Chicago White Sox were not going to make the playoffs. And I stood my ground. I buckled up my belt and I pulled my pants high and I was balls on with it. Wasn't I not? I was balls on with it, Matt. Was I not?
You were.
I said it, and I stuck true. The Chicago White Sox fucking stink. That's what it boils down to, guys. The Chicago White Sox stink. They are a terrible team. And to get into this here before we start talking Bears, because the Bears are going to be the primary of the show. Okay. Excuse me. I don't donate to Bernie's book bank because kids that don't read are stupid. So there you go, Cap. Just joking. Kids need to learn how to read. But anyways, I said it 2 months ago that the Chicago White Sox were not going to win this division. And I stuck true to my guns, even though when they got hot, I was a little worried. I'm not going to lie. I was a little worried that this team was going to turn it on and take over the Twins and take over the Cleveland Guardians. But I stuck true to my guns, and I watched what was going on. Now, this Chicago White Sox team, I can pinpoint the struggle all year long. I can tell you where they sucked all year long. It's not against Cleveland. It's not against the Twins. There are series that I think in mind that killed this White Sox team over and over and over again. Those series include, they're not even intra-division series, guys. They're not even in the same division. These games are outside of the division that killed the White Sox. Here we go. The series against the Texas Rangers, right after the All-Star break, where the Rangers won 2 or 3. That killed you guys. It beat you guys up. The series against the Anaheim Angels, where they won 2 or 3. The Angels won 2 or 3. Beat you guys. The series against the Arizona Diamondbacks, where they swept you, beat you guys up. The 2 series against the Baltimore Orioles, at home and away, where the Baltimore Orioles whipped you up and down, swept you at home, beat you 2 out of 3 on the road. That hurt you. Now, let's go into the fact of, let's go into the enact version of what happened in the division. The series were the back-to-back series against the Kansas City Royals, where Zach Greinke pitched against you one week, pitched against you the next week, went 14 in the third innings with 12 strikeouts and 2 earned runs, and they beat you 2 out of 3 in the series. That's crap. Now, if you boil it down, if you win half of those games that I just said, you're sitting at a 5.5 game lead in the division. The White Sox choked that division away. So what is the fix for the Chicago White Sox? It's not just Tony. It's not just Rick Hahn. It's not Kenny Williams. It's not Jerry Reinsdorf. It's the whole pot of bleh. The best way I can describe it. It's the whole pot of bleh. We got a comment here in the zone here. Roger Shue, what up, Fat Mike? Have a great show. Roger Shue, I fucking love this guy. Roger Shue is in here every single week, every single show. I love this, and Roger Shue is a man. Love this guy. Roger, thanks for chiming in, my man. But I mean, it's every single series of this White Sox team. It drives you nuts. At the beginning of the year, you're sitting there, you're looking on paper, this team should run away with the division. Run away with division. Didn't happen. It did not happen. Now, if they lose tonight, really quick, Matt, check the score of that game because I know it's going live right now. If they lose tonight, if I'm the Chicago White Sox without Tony La Russa, with Miguel Cairo managing this squad, and Rick Hahn still being the head of the GM, if they lose tonight, shut down Luis Robert. What good is he for the remainder of the season? What is it?
0, top of the first.
0-0 top of the first. So they just started. Shut down Luis Robert if that's the case. Lucas Giolito came into the season 25 pounds over what he was last year. Does that mean he's sitting on his couch eating Twinkies? Does that mean he's building up muscle? All I know is that Lucas Giolito went from a 97-mile-an-hour fastball guy to a 93-mile-an-hour fastball guy, and something is wrong. He may need a shoulder scope or something of the sorts. Dylan Cease, yes, he was great. Blah, 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 blah. I'm tired of hearing it. When it came down to peer pressure last week, he shit the bed. The White Sox shit the bed. It doesn't matter how good Dylan Cease was. It doesn't matter how good Lucas Giolito was. It doesn't matter how good Lance Lynn was when he was healthy. Michael Kopech, blah, blah, blah. Michael Kopech, from the White Sox organization, he has become a 130-inning pitcher. That's it. That's exactly what he is. Because the White Sox are too soft to push him further, and he's too soft to go further. The Sox team is sad, guys. It's sad. It's a sad team. And I feel bad. A part of me wants to be like, that's me wanting to be a Cub fan. That's me wanting to be, it's not the Cubs' fault that the Sox suck. All right? Because that's what every Sox fan thinks. It's always the Cubs' fault. The Sox are just not that good of a team, guys. That's what it boils down to. They're not that good of a team. Lance Lynn, not that good. Has been struggling to find the strike zone all year. Lucas Giolito can't throw over 94 miles an hour all year. Dylan Cease looks great against the horseshit teams. Johnny Cueto has been your godsend. I mean, at one point this year, guys, he was 1-5 with a 1.5 ERA. Think about that. 1-5 with a 1.5 ERA. You guys are mediocre. The White Sox are a mediocre team. They've been mediocre since the All-Star break. They've been mediocre since the beginning of the year. They've been mediocre since last All-Star break. They've been mediocre since last year's beginning. And they have been mediocre since 1980. That's what you get. The White Sox are a mediocrity team. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. What it boils down to, mediocrity sucks. And if you're a Sox fan, you should be pissed. I'm thinking about this like I'm a Bears fan. Okay? Mediocrity stinks. I hate being 8-8. I hate getting the middle of the draft pick. I hate being that team. The White Sox fans should want more. And yes, I get it that listen. Well, you never really filled your stands. Let's get honest here. Okay. I wouldn't go to games either. Who the hell are you kidding? I'm going this coming up weekend because it's a free ticket. I really am. I'm going this weekend because it's a free ticket. I get to spend the day with my wife and my mother-in-law. That's the whole reason I'm going. And they're playing Detroit, so it should probably be a win. They shouldn't fuck that game up, right? It's against the Tigers, for crying out loud. It should be a fun time. That all being said, this White Sox team has to figure out something. And we're going to touch base on that here in a little bit more, talking about the White Sox before we start touching on some Bears. I got a couple quick notes from you guys from a couple of our amazing sponsors, Nick and Ivy, the Jonathan Darren team, and Coach's Corner. Guys, please hang back, sit tight, and we will be right back with you guys. Thank you.
Hello, this is Paul from Nick and Ivy Brewing Company. We are located at 1026 South State Street in historic downtown Lockport, Illinois. We are very excited to be partnering up with the Fat Mike Chicago Sports Show as well as the 1252 brand because we are one of the few Chicagoland breweries that embrace sports and sports culture. Come in for a fresh brewed beer made right here in Lockport while catching the game of your favorite team. Stay for the live music that we have booked every weekend. Or just come for a cozy atmosphere to enjoy a good conversation with a friend, loved one, or complete stranger. Nick and Ivy makes you feel right at home no matter what the occasion is. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook by searching for Nick and Ivy Brewing Company. Visit our website for our up-to-date tap list or to go shopping on our online store at nickivybrewing.com. That's Nikivy brewing.com. Come in today for a fresh brewed beer born and raised in Lockport, Illinois.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Darren, licensed real estate broker with Coldwell Banker Real Estate Group in Homer Glen. Are you looking to buy or sell? Have you been disappointed in the past? The Jonathan Darren team with Coldwell Banker Real Estate Group focuses on providing you with a concierge level of service during the process of buying or selling. We are a service-oriented team with a fresh and professional approach to selling real estate. Our goal is to combine knowledge, skills, and passion to exceed our clients' expectations, and most of all, we truly care. We are a knowledgeable real estate team focused on offering expertise and innovative solutions for our clients. The Jonathan Darren team has 5 full-service real estate brokers and a dedicated full-time marketer servicing all of Chicagoland. We will customize a detailed plan around your timeline for a sale, purchase, investment, estate, or other needs. Real estate transactions can be stressful, but don't need to be. Let us handle it for you. Visit our website, homesbyjdt.com, or call 708-308-1938 today. Expect better in real estate. Choose the Jonathan Darren team.
Hi, this is Kathy O'Connell at Coach's Corner, located at 8118 West 143rd Street in Orland Park. Our phone number is 708-364-1026. We are Orland Park's #1 sports bar. Come in for our wonderful beer menu and seltzers with a fully stocked bar. Watch a game, drink a beer, and try something off our amazing menu. We have everything to choose from: nachos, potato skins, and our house-made bar chips to start off with. Then try our tacos, burgers, and one of our delicious sandwiches. And don't leave without trying our famous jumbo wings. They do not disappoint. Coach's Corner. It will sure to become your local bar. Again, we are located at 8118 West 143rd Street in Orland Park. Come see us today.
All right, and we are back. We are back. Thank you so much to our sponsors, Nick and Ivy Brewing Company, the Jonathan Darren Coldwell Banker Real Estate Group, and also Coach's Corner, which is fantastic as well. Guys, like I said, if you're looking for cold beers, the place to go, Nick and Ivy Brewing Company, Coach's Corner. You're looking to buy or sell your home when you're drunk and you don't want to do nothing else, go to John Darren. Be like, hey, I want to sell my house. I hit my wife. Figure it out. Sell my home. We'll figure it out. John's the guy to sell the house underneath your wife. It's what happens. He's the go-to guy. But in all actuality, guys, in all realisticness, we were sitting there talking about the White Sox before we went to break there. Man, oh man, these last 2 games were make or break for the White Sox, and everybody knew it. You have the Cleveland Guardians coming to town here. It was a must-win on Tuesday night. You had to win that game. You throw Dylan Cease. Dylan Cease does good enough. Good enough. Throwing 65 pitches through 4 innings. Okay. And then you bring in the rest of your bullpen, which is not that good. Jimmy Lambert, who you guys overused the last month and a half of baseball. Jimmy Lambert, Jimmy Lambert, I know your pain, bud. I'm talking to you specifically right now. I'm telling you, the White Sox overused you. Find a new team. Go to a new team where they don't have to use you as much, because the White Sox are going to ruin your career just like the Chicago Cubs ruined James Russell. Just like the Chicago Cubs ruined Pat Cishek. They are going to ruin your arm. Find a new team. Get the fuck off the White Sox because they're going to use you every single day. Then you go to Mr. Leon Hendricks, or whatever you want to, however you want to say it. Pig Dog. Mike, hope you're feeling better. What would be your NFL lock of the week if you were in a survivor pool? Ooh. Pig Dog. I'll look at it. Stick with us. Stick with us, Pig Dog. I'm gonna go through the schedule this week. I'll give you my lock of the week. Okay, I'll give you my lock of the week. Stick with us. We're still on baseball right now, Pig Dog. We're still on baseball. But I love that you chime in, Pig Dog. Thank you so much. Fuck, dude. Jesus, I love you. You're one of the most. You're like a go-to, just like Roger Shue, just like Jim Hendricks. All you guys, I love you guys. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. You guys are the best. But the White Sox shit the bed here. Going back to the baseball. Man. And listen, I feel bad for your Sox. I do. I hate the White Sox. Legit. I don't give a shit if you guys advance or not. But I do feel bad for the White Sox team this year. I do. But this is what grabbed me earlier this week, okay? This is what Matt, you want to hear something crazy, Matt? You want to hear something crazy? The White Sox, right? They have a big team, right? They're full of DHs. They got Jose Abreu. They have Gavin Sheets. They have Andrew Vaughn. They have I almost said Alexi Ramirez. Good Lord. Tim Anderson, Yohan Moncada. All right, they have all these big names, right? They had Frank Thomas. They had Miguel Ordonez. I'm going back, guys. I'm going back now. I'm going back. So I hope you guys stick with me here. Alexi Ramirez, Joe Creedy, Paul Konerko, blah, 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 blah. What do you think is the most expensive contract that the White Sox have ever doled out?
Must have been for Anderson, right? Or something?
No.
Ooh.
The most expensive contract that the White Sox have ever doled out is the $74 million that they gave to that shitbag Yasmani Grandal. You guys, you hear my guy in the background here. He's laughing his balls off here. All right. The most expensive contract the White Sox have ever doled out is to Yasmani Grandal. Think about that, guys. Think about that. So all your guys are like, oh, we spend. You don't spend dick. You don't spend anything. You gave $74 million essentially to a third-string catcher. Yasmani Grandal is horseshit. He's terrible. It's not just me, guys. You guys see it too. The fucking guy is a catcher and cannot catch the ball. Are you kidding me? Seriously. Yasmani Grandal may go down as one of the worst signings ever in Chicago sports history. Over Mitch Trubisky. Oh, I mean, he may go down as the biggest blunder in Chicago sports history. Because Yasmani Grandal, for you people that want to call him Yaz, which is a fucking travesty, by the way, you guys at Barstool Sports Chicago can eat a big bag of dicks because I told you guys from the get-go that Yasmani Grandal fucking blows. So you guys can pinpoint that clip and snip it and send it to them because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about either. They said that Yasmani Grandal was going to bat too. Yasmani Grandal bat too. Okay. Then what? Because now you're stuck with him at fucking first base and you can't get a run across regardless. I tell you guys, man, This Sox team is hurting. They got to completely revamp.
1-0, bottom of the first.
Who's winning?
Cleveland.
Cleveland just took the lead 1-0 against the White Sox in the bottom of the first. What do you expect, guys? What do you expect? I'm telling you guys, this Sox team needs a complete overhaul. It's not just injury. I've already spent way too long on White Sox already. I'm talking 26 minutes of White Sox here, Matt. What am I doing here? I fucking hate the White Sox, and I'm talking 26 minutes of White Sox. What am I doing? The Sox team needs a complete overhaul. Plain and simple. They have 7 DHs across the board. Yasmani Grandal, Gavin Sheets, Andrew Vaughn, Jose Abreu, Yohan Moncada couldn't hit a fucking beach ball. Tim Anderson, I don't even think this guy's played 100. Can you, Matt, do me a favor, really quick? How many games has Tim Anderson played this year? All right, because you know what? The fucking guy seems to put himself out of it, seems like. All right, 2 injuries, 2 suspensions, and him acting like an asshole the entire year. How many games has Tim Anderson played this year? Has he even played 100 games?
He's played 79.
There you go. Fuck that guy.
He's currently on 10-day injury.
79 games with Tim Anderson. He's played less than half a season. And he fucking sucks at shortstop to boot. The guy couldn't feel the beach ball at shortstop. And this is what you guys want at shortstop? This is what you guys want as your starting shortstop. Tim Anderson, are you kidding me? Fucking joke. And like, listen, guys, I have to cover this, okay? I have to cover this. I have to cover it because I cover Chicago sports, okay? And it pisses me off to know that my Chicago sports team sucks, all right? I'm not a White Sox fan. I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm not. I root for the Cubs day in and day out. Every single day I root for the Cubs. And I know my Cubs stink. Okay, I understand that my Cubs are terrible. Okay? But the White Sox, on paper, at the beginning of the year, they should have won this division by fucking 15 games. And Tito Francona out there in Cleveland shows you what it's like to run a baseball team. They're the youngest team in Major League Baseball. They hit. And I'm biting my tongue here. Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize. Fred Hubner, a couple weeks ago, said the Chicago White Sox don't play baseball well. And I really dive into that quote, guys. Really dive into that. The Chicago White Sox don't play baseball well. Yes, I agree. They don't hit. They don't hit for power. They don't hit for average. They don't steal. They don't play the game of baseball well. Terry Francona's Cleveland Guardians play baseball very well. They hit the ball. They know how to tag up. They don't fuck up on stupid errors. They don't overthrow the cutoff man. They play baseball the way baseball is supposed to be played. And look at the situation that they're in right now. Up 6.5 games in the division. 7.5 if you really want to dull it down, because they lost the Sox lost a tiebreaker. The Cleveland Indians, excuse me. Sorry, Matt. I apologize. The Cleveland Guardians play baseball very well. They play the game the way it's supposed to be played. Plain and simple. Guys, when we come back, we're going to be talking a lot of Bears football, and we're going to be getting to Pig Dog Video 2001 on what my lock is of the week. My lock of the week. I've been pretty good so far the last 2 weeks. I've been pretty good. I called the Bears week 1. Yeah, fuck you. You beat my ass last week. I know, eat a dick. All right. Matt beat my ass last week in the 12-2 fantasy football league. I mean, it was an ass whipping. It was an ass whipping. All right. But I called week 1. I called the Bears win, and I called the Seattle win. I called them both. So when we come back, guys, from a quick little word from our sponsors, a couple great words from our sponsors. We got Habano Cigars, we got Fozzie Football, and we got the Megaplex out in Homer Glen. Make sure you guys come out. Guys, really quick, just before we go, do not forget, October 2nd, Matt, we have a great event going on over at Salerno's out in Hodgkins. For the Bears and Giants game, Salerno's Pizza is putting on a big, huge event. Huge event. They got the drum guys. They got the tumbler guys. They got Staley the Bear going on out there. And they also have Fred Hubner and I coming out doing a pre- and post-game show, drinking beers, having a good old time, watching the game with you guys on a watch party. They're going to have the Hubner and the Fat Mike beer there on Bucket Special. Can you believe that? That's going to be awesome. And it's free, guys. Just coming out, hang out, have a good time, and hang out with Fred and I. It's going to be a blast. So, guys, we will be right back. And quick word from our sponsors. Here we go.
Hey, this is your girl Ruby from Habano Cigars in Homer Glen, Illinois. We are the best cigar lounge around. From Davidoff exclusives to anything Placencias, from rare Opus X's and everything in between. We literally have it all. And if it's not here, we'll get it for you. Here at Habano Cigar Lounge, we host amazing and exceptional events on the last Thursday of every month. That includes free food, raffles, prizes, and giveaways. We're open from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Thursday, Friday and Saturday 9 to 11, and on Sunday 10 to 10 p.m. Again, we are located at 133 West 143rd in Homer Glen, Illinois, so drop by and give us a call today, 708-590-6473. Habano Cigars, Homer Glen. It's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
Fozzie Football, are you ready, brother? Real football action on a glossy game surface played shuffle style. Slide a shuffle puck at pass or run targets, and a free mobile app keeps track of every game detail. Easy to learn, but this game of skill is difficult to master. Take care of the ball or turnovers will kill your drive. The game is guaranteed to get your competitive fire burning, and it's perfectly sized to take anywhere. The park, a barbecue, your next tailgate, or fun at home on game night. Fozzie Football is simply the best, most realistic and competitive game of football available anywhere. Add defense when your skill improves and take the game to the next level. The perfect mix of fast action and real football drama, where a last-second Hail Mary can break hearts or make champions.
Megaplex Sports Complex is a 78,000 square foot center filled with hardwood and turf. They have baseball rentals with batting cages, softball, soccer, lacrosse, gymnastics, cheerleading, cornhole, basketball, volleyball, and pickleball. It also features a bar and grill with the best pizza and beef sandwiches around. They cater to events such as birthdays, graduations, corporate parties, as well as memorabilia shows. Check them out at Megaplex Sports Complex, 15301 South Bell Road in Homer Glen, 708-966-4210.
No good.
It's no good. As we're sitting here, guys, welcome back. Thank you to our sponsors here, Habano Cigars, Fozzie Football, and the Megaplex out in Homer Glen. Our guy here, Matt, sitting here, this guy's ganged up for hockey, man. He cannot wait. And just so you guys know, him and our guy, Andrew Faubert, are starting a hockey show here called the One-Timer Hockey Show. It's going to be happening probably, next week? Next week. I can't wait for this. They're going to be talking puck all day long. But Matt, in the meantime, this guy helps me out all the time. I can't wait to help him out as much as he helps me out because this guy's sitting here. He's on his computer typing up everything. He's on the board. The Cubs winning. The White Sox tied now at 1-1. And Chris Boswell just attempted a 50-yard field goal that went wide right. Okay? And that's still 0-0 there. Without him, I wouldn't know any of this stuff, guys, because Matt is the guy. Matt Bannon, make sure you guys follow him on Twitter, on Facebook. Make sure you guys follow him because he is the man. Okay? Now, Matt, you brought up a pretty cool thing before we start touching on Chicago Bears football here. We're still on the baseball talk, guys. I apologize, but I did say what now? On the same day that I projected the White Sox not to win the AL Central and not to make the playoffs, I predicted the Chicago Cubs not to win what?
75 games.
I predicted the Chicago Cubs not to win 75 games. How many games do they have left?
15.
They have 15 games, and they're at what?
They need 11 more.
They need 11 more. So they got to go on a fucking streak, boys. The Chicago Cubs got to go on a streak, and that is not happening. Sorry, they've been playing good baseball as of late. They've won a bunch of series, but they are not going 11-14 throughout the last 15 games. 11-15 throughout the last 15 games. It's just not happening. It's not happening. So now, let's focus in on some football. On the foosball, as we say. Oh, boy. It's 7:37. My show usually runs an hour, guys. This is going to be a tough one for me to finish up in 20 minutes. The Chicago Bears did not look good last week against the Green Bay Packers. It just did not look good. It started off nice with Justin Fields running the ball in. The offensive line did not look good. Darnell Mooney still incognito. Cole Kmet, just so you guys know, Cole Kmet, so far on the year, 0 receptions, 0 yards, 0 touchdowns, on pace for 0 everything. Cole Kmet fucking stinks. I said it 2 years ago when we drafted that fucking pud that he was terrible. Cole Kmet is a big pile of dog shit. Plain and simple. I am not a fan. I am not a fan of Cole Kmet. Never have been. I've never been a fan of anything from Notre Dame unless it's been O-line. Cole Kmet is completely useless in this offense. He has 0 hands. Why are we even trying to put him in the offense? Sam Mustipher looks okay. Fine, whatever. Tevin Jenkins looks okay. Okay, fine, whatever. Darnell Mooney has 2 catches for 8 yards. And I get it, guys. I get it. I'm not going to go too crazy about how useless Darnell Mooney has been through the first 2 games. You played the Packers and you played in a monsoon game. I get it, 100%. Our guy, Harry the Greek, 25 pass attempts. By far, what does he say? By far the fewest in the NFL. And we thought Nagy couldn't call a game. LOL. That's our guy, Harry the Greek. Hopefully he'll be here Friday night doing his thing. But Harry's right. Okay. Now, at the same time, you got to sit there and take a step back. You have to take a step back. You have to, right? You have to at this point. Because that's how bad the first 2 games have been. The first game in Chicago here against San Fran was an absolute monsoon. You're not throwing the ball in that game. Sorry, you're just not doing it. Last week, on the other hand, you got to throw the ball more than 11 times. You have to. That was a shit show last week. You got to throw the ball more than 11 times. You got your ass whipped not only on time of possession and yards, but you got your ass whipped on plays as well. The Green Bay Packers ran 67 plays. The Chicago Bears ran 37. The Green Bay Packers beat you on plays by 30 plays. 30 plays. How do you expect to be a scoring team when you only run 37 plays? Come on. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You have to, and I've been saying it for years, guys. I've been saying it for years that you need an offensive line to move the ball. And to score points, you have to move the ball. And you can't score points unless you move the ball. And this is, it may seem like dumb numbers to everybody else where it's like, yeah, well, duh. But I'm being serious. It's like the Chicago Bears don't understand this. Now, granted, I know it's 2 games in. You're playing in a fucking monsoon. You're playing against your division rival, if you can even call it that. Okay? You're playing against the Green Bay Packers. And it's still just bad. It's just bad. You don't look good. It looks bad. What are we doing here? Why can't the Bears figure this out? This week against the Houston Texans, here we go now, guys. We're against the Houston Texans this week, and the Houston Texans like to throw the ball. Davis Mills, same draft class as Justin Fields. Now I'm getting pissed. I'm throwing pens. Look at me. I'm acting like a 4-year-old. I'm throwing pens. Same draft class as Justin Fields. This guy's fucking throwing the ball all over the place. He is throwing the ball all over the place. I'm pretty sure he hit fucking Lukenbach with a pass last week from Houston. If you guys don't know, Lukenbach, Texas, he hit it from Houston. Davis Mills is throwing the ball all over the fucking place. He has been all over the place. He hit Austin with a pass last week. Not Tavon Austin, Austin the city. He's throwing the ball all over the fucking place. Yet Justin Fields goes out there last week and throws 11 fucking passes. Great job, Luke Getsy. Great job, Luke Getsy. 11 pass attempts. Are you shitting me? Not only that, 11 pass attempts against your team that you left. 11 pass attempts? That's what you give me? That's what you give me for Justin Fields? Get the fuck out of here, man. Get out of here. You got to let this kid play. That's the one thing I've noticed. And honestly, it's the biggest glare in my eye with Justin Fields and with Mitch Trubisky. You have to, okay, now it takes a lot for me to say with Mitch Trubisky as well, okay? Let these fucking kids play. Let them play. You got Davis Mills going out there throwing 35 passes. You got fucking old man Joe Flacco throwing 50 passes 2 weeks ago. And Justin Fields throws 11. 11 fucking pass attempts. Are you kidding me? You have to be shitting me. Let this kid play the fucking game. Let him be him. Let him play the game. Whether or not your offensive line fucking stinks or not, let him play the game. Because you're not helping him. You're not letting him grow. You're not letting his potential grow. In fact, you're stifling him. It's an absolute shit show at this point. This week against Houston, if Justin Fields does not have 275 yards, 2 touchdowns, and maybe a mistake pick, I'll give him that, a mistake pick. I'm calling it as an absolute disappointment. If Darnell Mooney does not come out and fucking shine this week, I'm calling it an absolute disappointment. We've been hearing all this shit all year long. Darnell Mooney, Justin Fields. What a great connection that they have with one another. I got to see it. And like I said, I know it's 2 weeks. The 1 week is a monsoon. The next week is against your heated rival. I get it. But if you don't come out and shine out against the Houston Texans, there's a problem. There's definitely a problem. You have to figure this out. Last week, 1 second. Last week, David Montgomery looked fantastic against the Packers. Khalil Herbert looked fantastic against the Packers. It's because all you did was run the fucking ball. Score update really quick. Matt, what's score?
Browns up 7-0.
Browns are up 7-0 from a pass from Jacoby Brissett to Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper scores a touchdown. So if you guys got Amari Cooper on your team, good luck. What's the score of the Sox game, Matt?
Let's see. It is still tied end of second.
Still tied at the end of the second, 1-1. But that's where we're at, guys. This Bears team, I know, I understand it's going to be frustrating. I understand you guys are going to be pissed. I understand that you guys may have a different outlook than I do. But I'm tired of living in mediocrity with this team. It's time to shit or get off the pot with this team. And it's time now. Not now, but right now. You got to figure it out. We have seen plenty of teams go from dog shit to contenders within a year. Look at what happened the first year with Matt, the first year with Joe Burrow. All right, look what happened with the Jacksonville Jaguars, going from 3-10 to 10-30 for 13-3 within 1 year. All right, we've seen this happen before, and then the Jacksonville Jaguars traded everybody because the owners are cheap fuck. But we've seen it happen before. This is ridiculous, guys. This Bears team, they have to fucking figure this out. Because me being a Bear fan, I am sick and tired of fucking dealing with this over and over and over and over and over again. Chicago Bears are starting to become a laughing stock of the NFL. Like the Browns. We all heard that saying that, well, Matt, the Browns are going to brown. Right? We've heard that before. The Lions are going to lion. All right? We've heard that before. It's starting to become the point where the Bears are going to bear. The bear down means literally bear down. Means bear down. Like it got sniped in the fucking temple. And it's dead before you even get to it. I was sitting there talking today. Matt, this is no bullshit. I'm over at Salerno's, okay? And this guy's like, oh, McCaskey, this, McCaskey, that, blah, blah. I'm like, I told him, I was like, McCaskey needs a McCasket. I agree with that, too. I'm pretty sure she's been operated by puppeteer strings for the last 4 or 5 years. All right? I can't believe she gave the Queen. Yeah. I'd much rather take the Queen as our owner. Now. A dead lady. Give me a dead lady over Virginia McCaskey. It's a shame. It's a shame. Harry Berg says, my own personal opinion. I don't believe this coaching staff is that confident in Fields yet. Yeah, you're right. They're probably not. It's a learning process. We get that. I get that. I understand that. I understand that, Harry. 100%. It's a bad situation, guys. It's a bad situation. We're talking Thursday Night Football tonight. Harry loved what it's Cleveland against Pittsburgh. He loved Pittsburgh and the points on tonight's game. Gun knew his head pick. He loved Pittsburgh and the points. I was taking Cleveland on the money line. That was my pick. All right, but Harry's been hot. Guys, listen to Harry. Listen to Harry. And don't forget, guys, that we have a huge event, Fred and I, on October 2nd over at Salerno's Pizza. Hanging out. We're going to be hanging out with our guy Nate, eating food, drinking booze. Bears against the Giants. He's got the whole thing coming on out. He's got the drum line. He's got Staley the Bear. He's got the tumblers. He's got everything coming on out. And it's for free. Just come on up. That's all it is. Just come on up and have a good time. We'll be there at 10:30 in the morning for a pregame, and we're going to do a postgame afterwards. It's going to be a lot of fun. I cannot wait for that. Make sure you guys tune in to Friday when Harry has his the over-under for his betting show. Make sure you guys tune in to that. Get all your bets in a couple days beforehand. Make sure you figure it out and get all your bets in. And Sunday morning, we're going to have a pregame for the Bears. We're going to be hanging out, doing our thing, pregame against the Bears, against the Houston Texans. See what Lovie Smith has to offer. See what happens with that. Ooh, revenge game, Lovie Smith. We'll see what happens. But thank you guys so much. Thank you to all of our amazing sponsors. I really do appreciate all you guys. Pig Dog asked me for my pick of the week. My pick of the week, Pig Dog. I'm going to give it to you right now. I'm going to look at it right now. Give me a second. Let me pull it on up. Because I do have a pick of the week because I am in a suicide pool. My phone's going ham. Let's see what's going on here. My pick of the week. Okay, now if you don't want to use Kansas City or anything like that, my pick of the week, and this is one of the ones I was talking about earlier with my buddy Paul. Now, my pick of the week is the Buffalo Bills away against the Miami Dolphins. That's my pick of the week, and I know it's a small margin. I think it was like 3.5, 4.5 earlier today. I'm taking the Bills plus the points. I think Buffalo whips the shit out of Miami this week, and that's my pick of the week. I'm taking the Buffalo Bills against the Miami Dolphins to beat them up. I think Josh Allen is on a revenge tour just to completely fuck over everybody all year long. That's what I think. I think Josh Allen is on a revenge tour to completely kill every team that he faces this year. That's my pick. Dog, bet it if you like. If not, you can blame me if you lose. It's not my money. Guys, thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate you guys chiming on in. You guys are the best. Thank you to Harry Berg and Pig Dog and Jim Fredericks and Roger Shue and everybody else who chimed in here tonight. I really do appreciate you guys. You guys are the best. Stay tuned on Friday for Harry the Greek and his over-under show. Stay tuned on Sunday morning for the Bears and Houston pregame show. Monday night, we have Hubes, Views, and Brews coming back. He's going to be talking about all the Oktoberfests, I'm sure, and talking a lot about the Bears on Monday nights. And we're going to have a good time. It's going to be a great time. So on that note, guys, you guys take care. Thank you guys so much. You guys are the best. And I will see you guys next week, Wednesday. Sorry about that. This last week was a shit show. They fucked up my power, guys. They fucked up my power. All right, but that's why I'm here tonight instead of last night. But yeah, regardless, whatever, I'm here now. I'll be here next Wednesday for you guys. And until then, you guys take care. Thank you guys so much. You guys have a great week. And go Bears. Go Bears. Go Bears. Go Bears. Go Bears. Bears.
Thank you for listening to 1252 Sports Chicago.